What's up, community? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm pretty sure you already put together what this is. Yes, we're talking about budgets today. We're getting our finances together today. Well, at least I'm going to share with you what I do with my finances. I'm going to be sharing with you not only 3 tips for budgeting or for getting your budget on point, but I'm also going to be sharing with you my actual budget and my actual real numbers, real categories, how I do it, everything from A to Z and etc. I'll be sharing with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. The first tip that I want to share with you guys is going to be to write it down. Now that could be electronically, that could be pen and paper, whatever you do, write it down. So if you write it down, something about putting something on pen and paper, putting something electronically and looking at it every day, looking over it every day, that keeps your mind in line with what your budget really is. That's what we try to do. Make sure our mind is lined up with our money, okay? Because our mind could be over here and our money is down here. Trust me, I know. I have been a victim of that and I'm still struggling with that, still kind of crawling myself out of a hole right now. So I'm not judging anyone who gets themselves into that type of situation because I'm there right now. And this is why I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing to help myself get out of that situation. And I already see progress. Another thing is like, gives you a visual or something to see. Something to see. If you're a visual learner, or like I am, you need to see things on paper. You need to see it. Not only will you remember it, not only will it help you like meditate on it, but you need to actually see it to see how the full picture of what you got going on is. Because a lot of times people are going around saying that they don't have enough money to pay for their bills and they're just working to pay bills. But a lot of times you have enough money to pay your bills and more. It's just where you put it, how you manage it. So write it down. I cannot stress enough, write it down. I don't care if it's a little sticky note that you stick on your refrigerator or on your computer. Here's my balance. It doesn't have to be a full drawn out budget like what I'm going to show you later on in this video. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, okay? But just write something down, okay? The next thing is going to be automate, okay? Automate. Another thing that I feel like is really, really helping me in this situation that I'm trying to crawl myself out of is automating. And I'm not talking about automating your actual bills. Like you put auto pay on your light bill, auto pay on your gas bill, auto pay on your cell phone bill. Every company and their mama is offering auto pay right now and have been for several years because it works for them. And sometimes it works against us. So sometimes companies have little glitches in their system and they would charge you 2 and 3 times for that one bill. So I do not recommend anymore. I used to say that automation was really, really good. If you have ever like talked to me personally, anything like that, I would tell you, girl, I automate everything. My light bill, my phone bill, I automate everything. But once I started having those types of issues, I don't recommend automating your bills. Automation can cause a lot of problems, okay? I said all that to say that automating your bills can cause a lot of problems, and that's not what I mean when I say automate. What you mean, Kim? What you talking about then? Automate what? What we automating? Glad you asked. I'm glad you asked this because I'm about to tell you. Automate your savings. Automate things that's going to be put to the side for a rainy day. Automate that. And the way you do that is through your direct deposit with your job. So what you would do is go to your employee HR department, whichever one you guys have for your company that you work for, and ask them for the direct deposit slip thing. What you would do is get all your bank account information, the routing number, and their checking account or savings account number, and put how much you want to go to each one. And then the last one down at the bottom is usually whatever is remaining goes to that last bank account. Because the hardest thing is not trying to go back and dip into your savings account. But if you never see it mentally, if you don't see that bank account, you don't see it. It's not as easy to go and grab it. I have within myself right now 3 banks that I bank with and a total of 2 accounts in each of those banks. So I have 6 bank accounts, okay? 6 bank accounts. And I'm going to share with you what I do with all of them. So I'm going to break down the different bank accounts that I have and what's in each of them. So I'm going to start with my state employees credit union because that's the one that I use the least. Okay, it's harder to take money out of that account because I have it as just a savings account. There's no check card or debit card attached to it, so it's not easily accessible, whatever is in there. And it also is good for like when I get ready to do my tiny home loan and everything like that. They have the best rates. The state employee credit union has the best rates. So if you ever get an opportunity to be a part of a credit union, definitely go ahead and do that. I also have a health savings account with Bank of America, not Bank of America, but with State Employees Credit Union. I haven't been using that much, but I'm getting ready to start automating money to go to that because I think that's important to save money for my health outside of my job. I'm trying to be an entrepreneur, so I need to be doing things outside of my job when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to retirement and everything like that. If I'm going to be an entrepreneur, all those things are going to come from me. So I'm trying to familiarize myself with those things now, or try to start getting a little bit of my foot in the door with that now, so that when I do become a full-time entrepreneur, that stuff is already set up. Then we have Bank of America. Bank of America is a very widely known bank. Everybody, or a lot of people, probably bank with them. Y'all probably, you probably bank with Bank of America. So I have 2 accounts there. Or no, I have 4 accounts there. I said I had 2 in each, but let me tell you why I said that. I messed up the first time. I actually have 8 bank accounts. Well, 8 accounts and a credit card with Bank of America. I have 2 checking accounts with Bank of America. One for the household and one for like miscellaneous and other stuff. So when I say household, I'm talking about bills, household bills. And that would be rent, phone bill, my car insurance bill, like all the bills of the household that I have to pay that are like every month. And then the other checking account is for household as well, but it's more for like groceries and stuff for Prince and stuff for Ray and like personal products and stuff that the house may need, a new vacuum, whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. That is not like every day, every month's expenses is not set. You know, and then that third account is just a regular savings account. So that savings is kind of like a little cushion for when I get ready to overspend on my other accounts. It's not really a savings account. And I really want to get back to it being a savings account, but it's not. And then I do have a credit card with Bank of America. It's a secured credit card. A secured credit card means it's connected to something else. So that if I ever default on that card, they can take that collateral to cover what I defaulted on, right? So if I don't pay my credit card bill and I end up getting, the whole thing end up going to collection, they haven't lost nothing and I don't owe nothing. So it's like a safe way, and it's good for building credit as well. The last account is Chime Bank. Now, as you know, things have been moving more electronically. You can do almost anything online these days, from getting an education, therapy, and shopping online, and making money online, and everything is online these days. So now here comes my online banking account, where there is not an actual brick and mortar building that I can go to say, hey, I need to talk to you guys about my account. It would be a chat, it would be a phone call or something like that, but there's no building that I can go to. It's my online account. It's checking and savings in that account, and that savings is pretty much just a cushion for the checking. That checking is pretty much like my fun money, okay? I call it my fun money checking account because it's just money I use when I want to just hang out, my self-care days and stuff like that. Or it could be whatever else. Like say I run out of money in my household account and I got money in my Chime bank account. I'm going to use that to pay for this. Like it's just like a miscellaneous account. It's just like whatever is left over, and mostly what I want to do with it. It's more towards like my personal needs that I use that for. Not even personal needs, like personal desires. Like if I want to hang out with the girls, if I want to take myself to get my nails and hair done, like that's the account that I'm using. But I can also use that account for the household miscellaneous account. So I have different things, different ways I can like pull money from if I need to. And I think that is good because you have a cushion that you can fall back on. Speaking of Chime Bank, I want to give you guys $100 for signing up for Chime Bank through my code. Okay? Now, not only will you get $100, but I will get $100 too. And the way that this works is that you will click the link down in the description box. You will sign up and you will put a qualifying direct deposit into that bank account that you create. and you get a free $100, and so will I. Now, once you become a Chime Bank member, you can also share your own code. Insert a little clip here showing you how to use the app, how to the different features of it, and why you should definitely bank with Chime Bank. Okay guys, let's get into this Chime Bank app. I'm going to show you the face of the app. Here is what it looks like. You can see I have the negative balance there. We'll talk about that later. I want to show you what Spot Me is. Spot Me allows you to overdraft on your account without any fees added onto it. And the way you get Spot Me Boost is by people who may send it to you, and you can also send out boosts to other people. I've already sent out my boost for the month, and I send it to people like Sierra, who is my girl who's on this boost, and a couple of other friends that I know of that is on this app as well, and they send it back to me. So I currently have $20 in boosts, Spot Me boosts, and it allows me to overspend $20 worth without any fees. And then once I get rid of that boost, everything's going to be declined anyway. Here is just a bills thing. It allows your credit boost for bills that you pay continuously. It will send it to your credit report to increase your credit score. I don't use that much, so I don't have much to say about that, but I think it's a good thing that you can use your regular bills to help boost your credit. You can link several different accounts to your app, and this one right here is one that I'm starting to pay more attention to. This is called offers. Offers are in here. It may be varied depending on where you are and what's offered in your area, but it's different things that you can use to either earn money, make money, or save money. So there's several different things here, like auto insurance, dental insurance, earning cash back in your groceries, things like that will help you financially gain wealth or savings. Okay, so I need to start dipping into this a lot more, and I encourage you guys to use this as well once you get your app downloaded, so that you can save money and earn money as well. So there's so many things here. So I'm going to also talk about the next thing, which is sending money, moving your money around. So everybody knows how to transfer money. You can move money from your Chime Bank to your regular bank, from your regular bank to your Chime Bank. You can also deposit checks. I think that is super important. If you do get a check, I don't get very many checks, but if I did, I don't want to have to go to the bank to do that or to go to the ATM machine. I can do it right from my app, take a picture of it, put the amount in, and deposit my check. I can also go to Walgreens to add money to my account using cash. Or I can have someone add money to my account by going to Walgreens and using cash to add money. Then you can also pay someone. So you can request payment or pay someone using this app. It works very similar to Cash App and Zelle. You just pick the person out of your contact list and pay them. They also have ATMs that you can go to with no fee and get money out of your account. You can see here on this map, there's lots of Walgreens, 7-Eleven, these different convenience stores and things of that nature, and it will give you the address and how far away it is from your current location, so you can go ahead and route yourself to that place if you need to get cash out of your account. I don't really use this front account for cash, but that is good that they have that option. So in a nutshell, that is the whole app, guys. There are a lot of features here that I haven't used yet that I'm still learning about. So if you want to know more about Chime Bank and you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section down below, and I will research, get those questions answered so that you can have the answers that you need before joining this bank. So I do highly encourage you to join this bank. You can see I got a negative balance, but I don't have any fees. And once that direct deposit drops, it's going to go back to the regular amount. So be sure to check link in the description box and get your free $100 by using my code and qualifying deposit, and you will also get $100, and so will I. So thank you so much in advance for your support on that. Let's move on, guys. Okay, one more tip to go before I will show you my actual budget on the screen with real numbers, the real numbers that I use for my household. The last one, and I know a lot of you guys may not be religious, okay, but mama didn't raise no food. All right. The last one is going to be tithing. My last tip to you is tithing. Okay. And I don't know how many of you are tithing. But you can also say tithing / charity. Okay. So if you're not like a super religious person, we'll call it charity. Whatever it is to get you to understand that this principle works. Okay. So as long as you are tithing or giving to charity 10% of your income, 10% of your increase in any way, then, you know, that is considered something that I feel like helps with the budget, helps with finances all the way. Okay. I remember a time, and I'm just kind of getting myself back. Like I said, I'm getting myself back out of a hole. And I started tithing. At first, you know, you think like, hey, I'm already like barely making it. Now you want me to give to the church or give to this or give to that? I'm telling you, once you start to give, the money will come from places that you would never even think of. You won't be lacking. Okay? You ain't gonna lack nothing. I promise you. Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, I'm trying to dig myself out of a hole. I knew I wanted to get back to God. I wanted to get back to going to church and things of that nature. And I wanted to start back giving. I started back giving well before I went back to church, which allowed me to go to be able to get that mindset to go to church, which has now turned into something so amazing. I mean, I cannot stress it enough, okay? 10% is all is asked for. So if you get a paycheck and your paycheck is $2,500, you give $250 to your charity or to the tithing of a church that you belong to or that you choose, whatever you choose. So I will give you an example of like just a few weeks ago, I started to go into church and then my bank account was looking low. But since I have started to tithe, I have gotten two checks in the mail that I wasn't expecting. It came in just in time. Okay, just in time for something that I actually really needed. And I was like, well, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Him to keep doing things like that for me. I want him to keep surprising me with things that I wasn't expecting, but bam, there it is. I want him to keep doing that. And that check that came in the mail, I'm gonna tithe off that too. Okay? Even if it's just $3. Because the amount was like, it was like a $29.99 thing. So the amount of tithe that would be will only be $3. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted God to continue to surprise me and please me and throw money in my face that I ain't even expecting. And you can only get that through tithing. Through tithing. Or charity, whatever you want to call it. So those are all my 3 tips. Just to recap, tip number 1, write it down or type it in. Number 2, automate your savings, not your bills. Okay. Number 3, tithe. Now we're going to go ahead and get into my actual budget, guys. I'm going to switch gears and show you my screenshot of my my monthly budget template that I use from Google Sheets. Here's my monthly budget that I use on Google Sheets. As you can see, the template already has all this that comes with it. You just have to plug in your expenses and your income. From the very top, it has like a little starting balance here. I never really fill that out because I don't think it's relevant for me and what I want to get out of this sheet. And then you go down and it has a start balance, end balance. It also has this little gray box that shows you your income total savings, like kind of like the difference in your income and expenses towards the end of the month. As you go along, it fills it in. Now, under that, you see this little bar graph of expenses and income part. Now, under my expenses and income, you'll see 3 different columns: the plan, the actual, and the difference.
and I really love this. It helps me to see where I'm going over what I thought I would go over, and where I'm going under where I thought I was going under. And it helps me to celebrate or tinker around with what needs to be changed once I do my review for the month. Now, this one right here is not complete, guys. It is not all the income that I use. I do want you to keep in mind that I do automate my savings, so that is going to a different bank that doesn't even show up on this monthly budget. So this is not my true income, okay? I know some of y'all thinking, oh my God, you showing all your business. No, I'm not. Okay, so there's a whole other piece that goes to other banks that you guys do not see on this monthly budget, because I don't want to include it, because I don't want to think about it, and that way I won't dip into it. So the savings you guys do not see that goes to two other banks. This right here is only what you see that comes to my Bank of America bank. Okay, so here's something that I would really like for you guys to take note of. That you keep in mind your expenses and your income and what the differences is. If you want to use a budget like this, it's great, but you really don't have to. But here's mine. Just wanted to give you my example, and hopefully this will help you out in the future.
Guys, I hope this video was very, very helpful for you. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. If you got anything out of this message, I want you to definitely comment below and let me know what was your favorite thing, or something that you didn't think about, or something that you want to know more about, or something that you want to start to do. I would really love and appreciate to hear your stories if you try any of these tips that I'm giving you and it actually worked. Praise be to God. I know that it will. I promise you, you'll come out better. You'll feel better about your finances. You'll feel more confident about spending your money and all of that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on my next vlog. Bye.